¿Quién te puso Petenera?
Petenera has always been on our minds, at least as long as we've known each other. Robin was singing Petenera when I first met him. She was a real person. But you know with the folk, what the folk music is like. People write a song about her, they sing another song about her, it changes. There are so many verses and they're all a little bit different and they show different aspects of her character.
And we think this song is very old. Actually, we think it's from before 1492, because between 1492 and the end of the Franco regime, there were no synagogues in Spain, and one of the verses says, "Where are you going, beautiful Jewess?" And she answers, "I'm going to the synagogue. Rebecca will be there."
Generally in flamenco, the singer is the leader, and the dancer follows the singer, and the guitarist follows the singer. When the singer's not singing, then the guitarist follows the dancer. But the singer's king, particularly when he's Jose Galvan.
except that the guitarist always plays first. See, that's one thing we have going for us, is that almost always it opens with guitar.
Our dancers were very ill at ease at first about having to act. And I said to them, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I want you to react in your own personal way. And in the end, they were marvelous. Each one was different. When I went at the end, beseeching them to feel something with me, to cry with me, one of them was reaching her arms forward and the other one was just like this. And it was just what I wanted. The parts where I was interacting with him, they had a very large amount of improvisation. I never knew what he was going to do or where he was going to be on the stage. I'd have a movement, he was supposed to be behind me, suddenly he was in front of me, and it was quite an adventure.
But whenever he's present, he's a great force, and his person dictates certain things. Mm-hmm. And we've been working with him for a long time, and we know that he brings a great deal to any role. We were rehearsing Petenera many years ago, and there was a guitarist, and when he heard the Petenera music, he grabbed his guitar and started to run out the door. And we'd always heard there were people who were superstitious about Petenera, and there are people who are superstitious. He was afraid of even hearing the Petenera music.
Petenera then is a source of superstition and fear for many flamencos, but so is the color yellow. And when I was shopping with Jose for material for this gown I wore, the bata de cola, I wanted magenta, but we couldn't find a nice magenta, and I saw this beautiful golden yellow, and I looked at him and he looked at me, and we both had that might as well be hanged for a sheep as a lamb feeling, and I went for it. Well, she's a femme fatale, and she's a death figure. She leads men to their destruction. People fear her. But for our drama, we had the idea to show her as the quintessential outsider. She's living in a village, she's not accepted. She's Jewish, she's different. Whether she's highborn, whether she's lowborn, she may have been a prostitute, we don't know. There were a lot of different stories. And we'll see her eventually as an individual and see her story and her tragedy and be moved by it and stop seeing her as a symbol, but as a human being for whom they could have compassion. This is what we were trying to convey.